does the person you are with encourage you to read? You have to ask, what does he bring for me? Roses or books? If someone has a stake in making you better, that person will push you towards books. Books are what we all need.
I've been listening to you from last 6 months, and the kind of clarity that I've got, it's so deep and so amazing that so many things I had taken for granted as a spiritual seeker have fallen off. And what I find in you is you come to the core. You just cut all the side crap and everything. Like when you come here, there are no rituals, customs, lighting lamp or anything. You just say, okay, start the questions. I've never seen this kind of looking at the truth nakedly. So my question is, I've been listening to you from past 6 months, and I've listened to you in each and every nook and corner of my house, hall, bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, toilet, bus stand, railway station, everywhere. Now I want this listening to go much deeper. There is something that is listening, it is making sense, but slowly there are some videos where it seems to be very superficial listening. The video that is trying to make sense to me, it is not going deeper inside. So how do I approach from now onwards when I listen to you? What kind of approach I should have? And another thing is, now I just pick up random videos and listen. Is there kind of an approach that I should choose the video depending on what my seeking is? And how, as a listener, I should approach my listening to your videos? Thank you so much.
What I'll say now applies only to those who have been into the spiritual process, wisdom literature for a length of time. A point comes when it is not sufficient to just like or enjoy or be gratiated by what you experience from the speaker. That kind of thing is for the beginners. The speaker says something, gives something, the listener receives it, experiences it, and benefits. That's almost like the pharmacist handing over a particular drug to you. You take it in and you benefit from it. And that works. Not only does that work, for most people it is sufficient. But then there are some who need to go beyond this. They want to know what the drug really is about. Then you have to come to the place the drug is coming from. It is no more sufficient to just experience what the speaker is saying. Then you have to come to the point the speaker is coming from. But that, however, depends totally on the extent of your curiosity, inquiry, whether you have that smoldering desire inside. Otherwise, it is all right and enough to just take in what is being given and it will serve its purpose. What do you do when you want to go beyond that? Because the medium you are using is video. So, do not now limit yourself to experiencing the video. What does it mean to experience the video? It means to run the video as I'm running myself live here. Right? So I'm saying something, you are here, and you are soaking it in. Pause the video. Having gone through it once, pause the video. Don't just be satisfied with the output. Now try to probe into the process. One thing is to have the pizza served to you and you relish it and it's delicious. The other thing is to now try to enter the kitchen. And then after the kitchen, you also want to go to the fields. And then you also want to examine the seeds. That's what you would need to do now. So pause the video. See where a particular word is coming from. The job of the speaker is to simplify. The job of the speaker is to make the highest accessible to everybody. So he simplifies. But the simplification is actually deceptive. It is deceptive because what is very, very difficult to get ordinarily has been served on a platter. And when you serve it on a platter, it starts appearing very easy, very commonplace, something very ordinary, something very obvious, which it actually is not. So, it is possible that the listener gets into a deception, which is actually self-deception. But the speaker has no choice. If the speaker does not make it so simple, the audience won't get it. The speaker is left with no choice. He has to simplify it so that people understand it. And especially in my case, where I know that most of my audiences access me through the video medium, it is even more important to simplify. Right now you are sitting in front of me, I can pause, I can look at your face, I can have eye contact, I can repeat, I can even admonish, and I can ensure that you do not walk away in the middle of the session. So there are so many things I can control here, but I control nothing when it comes to the video medium. Once the video is out, you have all the control over it, right? So things have to be said in a way that make the stuff very easy to absorb. Technology has enabled us, technology has enabled the work that I am doing in terms of providing reach to the work. These words that you hear here will reach millions once the video is published. That's the benefit. But there is an associated problem, and it's not a small problem. The problem is I have no control over how the video content will be consumed. No control at all. And if the thing is even a little abstruse, a little difficult to comprehend or subtle enough to demand attention, then there is a great danger that people will move to something else and quit the video. So it's a great challenge to continuously know that the listener is short of attention, and therefore I have to not only speak but actually ensure that my words grip him. The teachers of yesteryears did not really have to face this problem. Lucky, no? They would speak and they really didn't have to worry what would happen to the spoken word. So they could enjoy the privilege of speaking as the words arose to them. It arises from the heart, and they could just, with a lot of freedom, abandon, express it in a carefree manner. I do not have that luxury. One part of me is always with you. It is wondering whether you are getting what I am saying. Because this is the age of prolific video content and very, very short attention spans. So I can never be very certain that you are with me. That makes it difficult for me. I have to simplify it without diluting it. You know? And it's a tremendous challenge. You'll know this challenge when you will try to explain something to somebody. You know? You can make this challenge easy for yourself by simply diluting the content. But that's something I completely forbid to myself. Stuff cannot be diluted, but it has to be simplified. So now do you want to go into where the thing is coming from? Because it is not as simple as it sounds in the video. Make notes. It's very mathematical. Can you see the relationship between what was said in the 5th minute and what was said in the 18th minute? If you just look at it or listen to it like one deals with any kind of entertaining content or a movie or something else, there is so much frivolous content on the media, then you will miss the point the content is coming from. You will just miss it. A hint. When you can see that the entire bundle of words of, let's say, 22 minutes is actually a very tight mathematical equation, then you know that you are approaching the source the words are coming from. The speaker might appear to be saying 40 different things, You pick up a topic and several aspects have to be considered at once. So the thing might appear a bit scattered when you just ordinarily listen to it. But if you pause it, make notes, connect one thing to the other, and you find yourself coming to see that the entire thing is just one. Just one. And it is so much one that it can be condensed in one paragraph, one sentence, one word, then silence. That's when you know you got it. Else you will remain a mere consumer of content. And that is not sufficient. That is not sufficient for someone who is serious enough. The bulk of the population is not serious enough. So what I am saying acts at two levels. It is simplified for the sake of those who are prone to running away and therefore have to be gripped. For them it works in one way. But that same content, that same talk, that same video is designed to work in a far deeper way for a serious seeker. And there are no two categories of content. The same video that can be mere entertainment to a beginner can actually mean the deepest spiritual fundamentals to a serious seeker. But then you will have to approach it differently. You will have to see that even when the speaker is joking, he is probably coming right from the Upanishads. It's an Upanishadic joke. The joke is good for laughs. When it comes to, let's say, an 18-year-old beginner, you have to go into the depths of it. The thing comes to you in a very processed way. You have to discover the raw material it comes from. As we said, consuming the pizza is just a little bit of pleasure. If you really like it, then go right till the seed it comes from.